I'm Tia Borden with MiningIR. Beside me is JC, president of Imagine Lithium. JC, thanks so much for joining me today.
Thanks, Tia. Thanks for having me.
You have one big flagship project that you're currently working on. Can you tell us a little bit about the company as well as your project?
Yeah, so Imagine is a lithium exploration company. We're focused entirely on our Jackpot Lithium Project, which is located just north of Thunder Bay, Ontario, on the North Shore of Lake Superior. And we're looking there. We're an exploration company. We've got a lithium deposit where we've identified a number of what we call pegmatite dikes that contain the lithium. And what we're doing right now is drilling it to get an idea of, basically how much of it we have, how big it is, and how far it extends. So.
And what's Thunder Bay like as a mining jurisdiction?
Thunder Bay is good. From an infrastructure perspective, it's excellent. Everything you need is there. You have a port, you have railroads, you have an airport, you've got the Trans-Canada Highway, all of which are in proximity to our project. So from a location perspective, an infrastructure perspective, our project's in an ideal location. We're close to the highway, we're close to power as well. And obviously the port in Thunder Bay, and also railroad between there, and the project and there, basically. So,
can you give our investors a little bit of insight into your cash flow?
In terms of cash, so we're exploration, so we don't have revenue, but we are basically spending all our money on exploration. We have a drill program going on right now. It's focused on, like I said, the goal of it is to determine the extents of this deposit and determine the scale of it. Right now we have a historical resource on there of about 2 million tons. That was calculated way back in the 50s, 60s. And so we want to get an idea of how much more we have. So we're drilling along the strike from these pegmatites and finding actually new parallel ones. And so the goal this year is to get an idea of whether we're talking about say a 5 million ton or 10 million ton or even 20 million ton deposit. So once we get the idea of the scale, from there we start talking about production and how we're going to go, start producing the lithium from there. So sorry, going back to your question on finance. We have $3 million, over $3 million in the bank right now. We're probably going to spend $1.5 million this year on this drill program. And we do have a number of warrants that could bring in quite a bit of money if they're exercised. So we'll see as we go along here what our financing needs, if we need to finance going forward. So.
What are some catalysts that investors should be aware of over the next few months?
So over the next few months, we're going to be basically having some drill results. We have some that have been in the lab for almost a couple of months now, so hopefully we'll get those back sometime soon. And I'm hoping by the end of June here we'll have something to say on at least the first 5 holes that we have. In terms of the program, we've drilled I think about 15 holes so far. So we'll be expecting results as we go along on all of these holes. But we've got many more planned to drill throughout the summer as well. So from now, hopefully between now and the year end, we'll have some of the regular sort of news flow on drill results, and we'll update the market on not only the drilling and the drill results, but also what we're seeing in terms of where we're finding this stuff, like how much are we adding in terms of strike length and so on this project. So.
JC, what separates Imagine Lithium from other junior mining companies?
Yeah, well, in terms of other lithium companies, like we are actually, I think our location with respect to proximity to infrastructure is excellent. That differentiates us from a lot of other companies that may have projects that are very far and very remote from infrastructure. There's a number of those. Canada is a big place, and it does have a lot of pegmatites throughout the country. But having said that, some of these can be may require a lot of money to build infrastructure to get there. In our case, we're right next to the Trans-Canada Highway. We're next to power, and like I mentioned before, we're not far from the port and railway as well. So.
JC, before I let you go, can you tell me what you're most excited for the rest of 2022?
Yeah, I think for us, it's all about the drilling program and finding out how much more of these pegmatites we have, how far they extend along strike. I think it'll be an exciting year because we'll be sort of demonstrating and potentially finding a lot of new zones here and showing that these things can potentially continue for up to a couple kilometers, maybe more for all we know. So it'll be an exciting year. We'll get a lot of results out. We're going to be extending and expanding the deposit, and I think the market's going to like that and react to it. So we've got a lot of potential for growth here and a lot of potential for movement in our share price as well. So.
And if anyone wants more information, they can go to the website, which will be posted. JC, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you very much.